Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at each personal month forecast for the month of July 2023. Now, keep in mind, the personal month calculation is different from the life path calculation. So make sure you check that before you listen to your forecast, just to make sure you're listening to the right one. You can find that calculation in the description box below. Now, of course, this is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading based on your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. You can find my information in the description box below. Okay, so keep in mind that July 2023 is a universal 5 energy. So collectively, we are going to feel the influences of this vibration. The 5 brings about change, transformation, shifts. It also brings the need for freedom or, again, some kind of change if there's somewhere that we have become stagnant or if we're kind of off course and need to be redirected. This energy will come in and shake things up for us. Also, this is an energy that requires moderation. It's easy to fall into extremes when it comes to 5 energy. So we will be asked this month to make sure that we keep coming back to center. The energy of the 5 also is going to ask us to, amidst the chaos or amidst the change, to find our joy. What makes us happy? What lights us up? Are we surrounding ourselves with people who bring us joy or that create joy within our lives? Are we doing things, whether it's for work or for hobbies, that brings us joy, right? And so that will be put under the microscope this month as well. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at each personal month forecast for the month of July. Personal month 5. So if you are currently in a personal month 5 for July, then you sort of have this double dose of 5 energy that you're working with. So it's going to be very concentrated. So this can be a month where I would say expect the unexpected, be as adaptable as possible, go with the flow, see what this energy is trying to show you or where it's trying to take you. Because a lot of times with 5 energy, it's going to come in, it's going to swoop you up, and it's going to move you. And wherever it moves you to, there's something there for you that you had to sort of be expedited to get to. And a lot of times it's going to be around, again, things that have gotten stagnant, where we've become too rigid, too mundane, or something that our heart's no longer in. So the 5 comes in to kind of give us access to greater freedom around whatever that is. So it could be even like expression, like freedom of expression in a more authentic way. I mean, really, it could be around anything, anywhere within your life where things have just become too dormant or there's just not a lot of movement. The 5 energy wants to just shake it up. So you could find that this month feels a little chaotic in that it can almost seem like, it's a shorter cycle, it's only a month long, but it can still bring a lot of change and transformation within that period of time. A lot of times 5 energy will bring a truth to light through like a lightning bolt kind of moment, right? It brings something to our awareness. And it's through that awareness that then we are then sort of challenged to make some kind of a change, right? Because once we know something, again, we can't unknow it. So then if we continue to be a participant in whatever that is that wasn't working, then it's by choice, right? And so we're sort of creating our own misery at that point. So the 5 energy is saying, what's not working? What's got stagnant? What's too restrictive? Let's shake it up. And it will likely do that, or at least it will give you indications of what's to come in that area. So you may get the invitation this month to make those adjustments on your own. And if you don't, likely down the road, you'll see some kind of divine intervention come in that shakes it up for you. I would say pay attention this month to where it is that you might be in an extreme, right? Living in excess, living beyond your means, burning the candle at both ends, or the opposite side of the spectrum where you're just too restrictive. You're like overly restricting yourself. You have yourself in a self-imposed jail, so to speak. Where is it that you are you're depriving yourself of something? this energy will come in to help shift you towards moderation, right? Towards your center, which can be uncomfortable, especially if we are in a routine. But whatever needs that shakeup will likely get it this month, or at least you'll have indications of what's to come there. Also this month, especially for you all, because again, you're getting that sort of concentrated double dose energy of the 5. This is going to ask you to revisit the things that bring you joy, the people, the places, the things, the creative output. What is it that lights you up? What is it that really just makes your heart sing? Because the 5 is like, let's do it. Let's make it happen. It's very similar to 3 energy in that way, where it's like very childlike. It wants to get back to an innocence, so to speak. It wants to see the world with new eyes and experience new things and experience life with all of its senses. And so you may find this month that you feel called to try new restaurants or go on a trip or, ignite a spark of romance or whatever the case may be. And you have permission to go for it this month. I mean, you always have permission to do whatever you want to do. But this month, the 5 is going to say, where can we bring the joy back into our life? And where is it that we're neglecting our joy? Where is it that we're neglecting ourselves when it comes to doing the things or in surrounding ourselves by the people that bring us joy? So you may see an emphasis on that this month. Now on July 3rd, we have a full moon. This full moon for you all is highlighting the energy of the 13-4. Now this is more transformative energy. So it's very much similar to the death card in tarot, where it's like death, transformation, rebirth. Something needs to potentially fall away and be rebuilt. And it could be around the way that you communicate, your belief system, your home or family situation, your body, how you treat yourself, how you take care of yourself, that sort of thing. But some kind of transformation is coming in or needs to come in around those areas, as well as self, identity, how you see yourself, how you portray yourself, how you put yourself out into the world. Where it is that you're holding yourself back and making yourself small. The energies that you all are working with this month are very big, fast-moving energies for the most part. You have, around this full moon, it is 4 energy, so that slows it down a little bit. It's going to force you to look at the details and get very serious about something and put your focus on it. But you have, a lot of very big energy with this 5 energy and then the 13-4. So you have the emphasis also on the 3 there. This is not playing it small kind of energy. This is, let's get serious about showing up authentically and doing things that light me up and not depriving myself and being true to myself, those sort of things. So you could see some major transformations, at least get initiated this month to help move you forward towards that joy, that happiness, stronger foundations when it comes to what it is that you want to create, whether that's actual creative output or relationships or whatever the case may be. So I would say around this full moon, you may see some transformations come in. Again, my advice this month would just be go with the flow, see it as an adventure, see what everything, what the energy is trying to show you. And then at the end of the month, when the dust sort of settles, then sort of evaluate and see, okay, now what am I going to do with this awareness? What am I going to do with these changes that have sort of come through or have been initiated? How do I want to, because at the end of the day, you are the artist of this painting, right? So what is it that you want to paint? You're kind of being given a clean slate, or at least the awareness to create a clean slate if you want to. And I would say that's definitely the case, very concentrated around this full moon and the couple of weeks from the full moon to the new moon. So on July 17th, we have a new moon. And for you all, this is bringing the energy of the 9. So what's interesting is this new moon is a lot of new moons are usually about new starts, right? Like initiating something new, planting new seeds, planning, that sort of thing. But you're working with the energy of the 9. So this is bringing in completions, things coming to fruition, being tied up and released type thing. So if there's any projects that you've been working on that you've been sort of procrastinating with, this is a great time to complete those. Get focused, get it done. Because you want to clear your plate of that as you move forward, right? To create space for the new things to come in. But you may see some things, especially under this strong 5 energy, come to completion around this new moon, because again, you've got the 9 energy around the new moon. Just a lot of potential change and transformation and adaptation this month, or at least, again, getting some insight into where that could be coming. But you get to decide how you work with that, right? Like how you deal with that and how you move through it and what you want to create from the space that's left after these things have been tied up and removed, or the transition has been made, right? So ultimately, you're in the driver's seat here. This could also be around this new moon, things coming to you, right? 9 energy is also about receptivity. So it's like new opportunities could present themselves at this time. New insights. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to things that people say to you that ignite some kind of excitement or ignite your imagination in some way. Around this new moon is a great time for planning, for thinking about how it is that you want to start something, or take advantage of this opportunity, whatever it may be. But this is going to be a time to not necessarily take big risks around this new moon, but to, again, see what shows up for you. And then whatever shows up for you, whether it's an idea, whether it's an actual physical, tangible opportunity or resource or something along those lines, when it shows up to you, then take some time to decide and what it is that you want to do with it, right? What do you want to do with this resource? What do you want to do with this relationship? What is it, what is it that you want to do with this new insight or idea that you've had, or inspiration? And definitely I would say this is a great time for, again, tying up those loose ends, getting things cleared, clear the clutter, right? Get rid of the things that don't need to be there anymore. So finish up those projects, tie up those loose ends, and create space for the new opportunities that want to come in for you. But yeah, I would say this month for you all, just try to, let your hair down, have fun, get out there, find your joy, and go with the flow, right? This is not going to be a month to try to overly control things or overly restrict things. This is going to be a time to really explore and see things with fresh eyes, and just see what shows up for you, and then decide how you want to work with it. So I hope it's a great month for you all. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.